What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Just Greg. What am I going to talk about today? We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. The fucking funnest thing ever. Are you a resolution type of person? You a resolution girl or guy out there? Do you make big changes at the beginning of every year? Do you stick to them? Let's talk about some shit that we can actually do. First things first, go out, like, subscribe, hit the bar is open with Beth and Greg. Thumbs up the channel. Do the thumbs up, the bing bings. Go out to Spotify. That's pretty easy. 5 stars. Leave that there if you don't mind. Also out on iTunes. Leave a 5-star review. Write a little, Greg is amazing. Beth is the shit. Simple as that. We try and put out a bunch of stuff. We just did a 2-hour podcast Friday night, this past Friday. It was fun. Got to talk a lot of people about a lot of different things. Try and do a lot of different stories out on the Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Also, check out Baldy and the Big Guy. That's my podcast with Peter McGuire. He's a former Marine, chef, videographer, photographer, giant man. I don't know what else to say about that dude. He's a dude. We may be recording something tonight. I don't know, for New Year's. Depends. We'll see. Let's jump into this episode, this podcast, this whatever. Do you call these things vlogs? When you're just talking to yourself? I don't know. It's whatever it is. But I thought New Year's resolutions, since we've got New Year's coming up pretty quick here, right? New Year's around the corner. Goals, 2025 goals. Do you kick it off right on like January 1? You're like, I'm giving up fucking drinking. I'm going to start running every day. 365 days. I'm going to start rucking. I'm going to throw 500 pounds in a backpack and I'm just going to walk up a mountain. Maybe. I don't know. Or are you into longer term goals that require commitment? Everybody has this thing. We've all done it, right? Like, hey, January 1, it is a good start date, but any day is a good start date for most things. Like tomorrow, I'm going to do something. I'm going to get off my ass. I'm going to get off the couch, put down the video or the game controller, put that down. I'm going to go for a walk. Take my dog for a walk, maybe. I don't know. What do you want to do? My things that I want to do are a little bit different. So I have a pretty good habit of going to the gym, doing jujitsu a couple times a week. Probably could do more, but my old ass ends up hurt more often than not nowadays. My neck's fucked up. Knees hurt. Can't tell because I'm just a spry 48-year-old, but you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at me. Or maybe you could. I'm going to try and get rid of this wrinkle. I don't know how, but it's probably less stress in my life. It's probably the way to do it. Excuse me. Battling a little bullshit down here in South Texas, man. It's been allergies. One of my big goals for the year is going to be really to try and pick people up, lift people up through positive reinforcement. I think that's a pretty easy one to do, right? Where you're just positive. Be more positive, right? Sometimes you can get like a little, woe is me. I don't really do that. I'm not a depressed person. So, it's like more positive reinforcement. Be better to my wife, right? Always that you can always improve on that stuff. I'm not saying that I'm mean to my wife, Beth, if you're listening. But you know what I mean? More positive reinforcement. You can do this. You got this. Even at work, right? Try and be a mentor, a better mentor than I have been. Just reaching out to people, being proactive on those types of things, because sometimes mentorship can go by the side. You're like, you have a mentor. Like I've been a mentor for a lot of people through the, with the corporation, right? And as the time goes, it can kind of like trickle off, right? And that's fine. People go and do different things, and you set expectations, and you have goals, and you try and achieve those goals just within a business relationship. That's a little different. But continuing to try and do that, I think that's a big one, right? Like, just be positive, being more positive. If you got a buddy that needs something, like, hey, yeah, I'll fucking help you out, bro. Or chica. I don't know what the girl, broette. I think that's the drinking bro term for it. So another one that I really, really try and do is just helping others without question. Say yes. My wife has this one with me. She did this a while back with me, and she kind of caught me off guard. Not in a bad way. But I turned into a no person for a while. I don't know why. I just was like, we got other things to do. No. You want to go do this? No. Can we do this? No. Right. And I basically just cut the nose out for the most part. Right. Go out and try and be I'm not saying you're a yes man or anything like that. It's not that, but it's like, yeah, we can do that. Let's figure it out and, see what we can do to do whatever you want to do, right? Helping others out in that sort of situation, right? I think that's a cool thing to do. If you got somebody that needs something, whatever, without question. Can you always do that? No, that's not realistic though, right? 2025, try and be more positive, try and help others out without question. Just assist, do what you can, be there. Sometimes it's just fucking being there. Pick up the phone, right? I have a bad habit of not picking up the phone, right? And cheers, you guys. It is a couple days before New Year's. I'm on vacation. I've been on vacation for like 5 days, 6 days. I don't know. All of last week. Those 5 days. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm on day 9 of vacation. It's nice, but worked a lot. Didn't get a lot of vacations last year. It was awesome. Well, I don't know if that was awesome, but it's awesome to have 9 days off, and I've got a few more coming, so all good. Other things you can do. Have you ever heard of like that shopping cart thing? They put the fucking shopping cart away, like you're out grocery shopping, thinking of like, oh, like some people will be like, well, that's their job. They get paid to go push shopping carts. Well, it'd be a little bit more convenient if there's fucking shopping carts just readily available at the front of the goddamn grocery store, right? As opposed to those fuckers wandering around the parking lot. And if you've ever been to an H-E-B parking lot, it's the size of a football field. They're enormous. The grocery stores are the size of a football field. Now put one of those things outside a parking garage, or parking lot rather, and it's enormous. So it's that mentality of just doing things. And I had a buddy from back in the day. His name's Jeremiah. And his dad, Carl, as I was writing these notes, it made me think of this guy. Old guy. Well, he's not an old guy. Well, I guess he is probably old now. It's been years. I haven't seen him in years and years. But he left me with this kind of one thing that he said. He's like, if you say there's a soda bottle. I don't know anybody drinks soda anymore for the most part, except for my wife. She drinks that Diet Coke. There's a piece of trash, piece of paper, piece of something, litter. Without saying anything, pick it up out of their car or off the ground or whatever and just throw it away. Take it with you. Don't say, hey, I got this. Don't worry, I got your trash. Just take it and go, right? It's just one of those things that you can do without people seeing it, right? It's being a just generally kind of good person. Super fucking simple. Another one. I don't know why this is. Office antics, I guess. People don't see me, so I just like throw not me, but if you throw your paper towel, like you washed your hands in the restroom or something like that, and you throw it and it misses, pick that shit up, bro. Just because you have housekeeping or whatever around the office doesn't mean that you should just leave your shit behind. Just because nobody saw it doesn't mean you didn't fucking do it. Conversely, if you see something on the floor because that asshole decided just to leave the shit on the floor, pick it up. Takes 2 seconds. Maybe somebody coming in might see you do that and then do the same, right? Just pick it up, throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash. Help those people out that you're never probably going to talk to, right? That's a simple thing you can do. Easy things. Do things without people noticing or without people seeing it. I think is a cool 2025 thing to do, right? Kind of just doing good. You don't need a pat on the back to pick up a piece of trash, man. You're in a parking lot. There's a fucking somebody threw their goddamn shitty Whataburger bag, because Whataburger's terrible anyway. They threw that shit on the parking lot, and you're walking in. I know it might be gross, but you probably should wash your fucking hands anyway before you eat your lunch or your dinner or your breakfast or whatever you're getting. So throw that shit out, walk in the bathroom, wash those grubby mitts of yours, and then you can feel better about yourself. Easy 2025 resolution. And then, you know what happens? You start creating habits. It takes about 30 days to create a habit. Did you know that? That's like a scientifically proven thingy-majigger. 30 days. To do anything consistently for 30 days, you can create a habit. It's not that long, I don't think, right? You're going to live for, well, a handful of months, maybe several years from now. Hopefully a lot longer, but you know what I'm saying? We never know. Fucking bus could hit us. But, 30 days really isn't that long. Create a habit. I mentioned this real quickly before. One of my 2025 goals, be a better husband, brother, son, and friend, right? I think that's always something that you should strive to do, right? Reach out to your parents, reach out to your brothers or sisters, make a phone call. In my family, we have a habit of not talking for a long time. Like we Facebook Messenger, but we don't get on the horn. And for you youngins out there, the horn is a phone that used to be attached to a wall with like this 40-foot long cord that was always twisted up. Yeah, that was one of those. That was the horn. So we would get on the horn and we would talk to each other because that was the only way we could talk to each other back in the day. Now we've got cell phones. Now you've got Instagram, Facebook, fucking TikToks, you've got Snapchats, you've got fucking, there's a million different apps you could FaceTime somebody with. I think FaceTime is the Facebook one, but whatever, you get what I'm saying. Reach out if you haven't talked to them in a while. And that's something I absolutely need to do better with. That, throwing that shit out there, absolutely need to do better on that. Excuse me. Doing a lot better about that. Listening more than talking. It's kind of hard coming from a dude who does a podcast like fucking 5 times a week or whatever. But I do try and listen. That is an important part of life. In the corporate world, sometimes over talking, you can end up talking yourself out of shit. So for work, right? Say you're asking your boss for something, or you're asking for something that has to do with related to a project or just your work in general. You could be, I don't know, you are working at Walmart, or you're working at, some whatever. Chick-fil-A comes to mind. I don't know why that comes to mind. Probably because I want Chick-fil-A. But you're doing something like that. You're a cashier. I was a cashier for a long time. And you need something. You need one of those little pads, those little standy pads. Simple thing, right? But they're like, ask for it and stop talking. Sometimes that's as simple as it needs to be. Like, my feet hurt and I've been here for 8 hours. I need something, one of those standy pads. I think it's part of OSHA now, but you get what I'm saying, right? With my stuff, it's like, hey, I need X number of money or dollar amount for money for funding or something like that. Or I need an extra set number of people to work on this project. And a while back, I'd be like, and this is why, 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 and blah, 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 blah. As opposed to just saying, here's the reason, this is what I need, here's the reason, and this is the benefit, right? And then you listen. Just let it go. Sometimes that's as easy as it is, right? And you can do that in life too. Talking to your spouse. Maybe you're going through a rough patch. Put your point out there and say, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm seeing. This is what's happening. And stop talking. And then start listening. Actively listening. It's been a challenge. But I've been with Beth for, I think we're coming up on fucking 20 years or something like that now. Holy shit. It's a long time. But that, sometimes you just think you know everything and you definitely don't. Or you over talk. Don't over talk. Simple fucking thing. Zip. Close them lips. Right? Fucking simple enough. You know? Simple enough thing to do. So I'm kind of old now. And one of the things that comes with that old age is being able to offer some semblance of advice to people. Like I said, the mentorship. If you can start doing that, you're at a certain age where you think you can do that. You can do that at any age. I love like watching skateboard videos, stuff like that, where we're kind of little bit older skaters, like maybe in their early 20s or something like that, are kind of showing the younger up and coming groms that, you know, they're learning kick flips or they're learning fucking just ollieing or something like that. But that is a form of mentorship, right? Where they look up to those people that they've been skating for a long time, right? They're doing that shit. They know a lot about it. That's a form of mentorship, right? You can give sound advice. Like, how do you pop an ollie, right? How do you do a front side or backside, 180s, things like that. Mountain biking, skiing, writing, any hobby you can think about that you're somewhat proficient at, you can be a mentor on. You can give advice on it. Right? Now, I'm not talking go out and be like a psychoanalyze people and shit like that. That's different. That's crazy shit. Right? Life advice, I'm okay with it. Woodworking, I'm probably better at it. Right? Doing a podcast and setting shit up, pretty good. Still fuck up all the time though. Every single time. This show will probably be too loud or too quiet. I can never tell. But after like 1,000 different podcasts, I've kind of got it down. A little bit. We'll see. See once it comes out, right? But you can do that. You can, based on your experiences, your insight, could be a cool 2025 thing to do. Become a mentor. There's like big brothers, big sisters out there that you can do. You can do those sorts of things. Fucking cool as shit, man. You get something out of it. They definitely get something out of it, right? You can go coach soccer club. I don't know. Ref a soccer. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a ref. Kudos to you refs. You guys get more shit than anybody on that field, though. I'm telling you. One of the things I love to try and talk about, or not try. One of the things I like to do, love to do, and we've kind of talked about it. It's called servant leadership. It's where you basically lead from the front, right? It's not that you're trying to be like the CEO. It's like you're in the trenches with people, right? You're doing things for other people. There are a lot of different leadership styles out there, and not one's wrong, and it generally is based on your personality. There's personality tests you can go out and take, which is kind of fucking cool. But I love kind of showing people by example, right? It's a cool way to, one, hone your skill. Two, show them that you're willing to do this right alongside them. Maybe a little bit in front because you've got a little bit more experience, right? But you're doing that for them. It's a cool way to look at things, right? When you're in that mindset, right? You're doing things to help others, right? It's that bootstrap thing. I heard somebody say today, you should never look down. It was one of those videos. You should never look down on anybody except for when you're trying to pick them up. Kind of mystical words. I don't know. I didn't make that saying up. Somebody else did. I don't remember who it was. I'm not a pro at everything, and I know when to get the experts over here. I'm not replacing my air conditioning. I'm not jumping up in my trees like the 4 dudes that showed up at my house and did the tree trimming on my giant oak trees out front. I'm not doing that. There's a time and a place to be an expert. That is not mine. I can do things and trim little branches and shit, but those are the dudes who get in the ropes and they tie up and they climb. No, that's not mine. So know your limits also. Finally, big one, I think that Beth would probably agree with me on. This year, 2025 is finally go back to church. We haven't been to church we went to church for Christmas last year. But we used to go pretty religiously, no pun intended. But get back into that. I think Beth definitely wants it more. I think that's a big one. If you're not, I'm not saying you have to be a religious person. I am not a religious person, like a super religious person. But it's something that I know would make her feel good. I know I go through my kind of ebbs and flows or whatever it is of it. Can't hurt, right? We'll see. So what are your 2025 resolutions? If you're going back to the gym, hell yeah, go back to the gym, get in the gym. To all the people that are like, oh my God, the gym's going to be fucking overblown with all these new people. Fuck off. Anybody that gets to the gym I don't give a shit if they're there for 20 minutes. They had to get up. I don't care if they got changed. They had to drive their ass to the gym. They had to go inside the gym, which can be scary for a lot of people. Like I go to the gym all the time. Smiling, happy. I'm not the video recorder type of person that brings the cameras and does all that bullshit. I'll take a picture every now and then at like jujitsu or something like that. But I've gone to the gym for years. There are going to be people that are going to come into the gym for the first time because they know they need to change. Or they need a change, right? In their lifestyle. They want to be more healthy. You have to support those people. If you see somebody over there fumbling with something, don't just look and internally be like, oh, I could go help them. They'll figure it out. No, because what happens if they don't figure it out? It only takes one time to help somebody, and now they figured it out. Now you help them figure it out. Should never be an embarrassing thing for you to go to the gym for the first time. Just go. Find a cool gym that you're comfortable with. Walk around it. Meet the employees, right? Ask some of the people that are working out there. That could be a key. Ask some of those folks that are working out. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, yeah, this is great. Or maybe they're like, come here certain times because it's overcrowded or it's this or it's that, right? Try it out. If you want to get into like martial arts, go try it. We have lots of people that come in and they try it for a while. And some of them are like, it's not for me, but some of them it sticks and they find it becomes their niche, right? You got Taekwondo, you've got boxing, you've got kickboxing, you've got Muay Thai, you've got jiu-jitsu, you've got a ton of different things you can do out there. You can learn, progress at your own pace. Don't make it's not UFC. Put it that way. Most martial arts schools are not UFC. There are some out there that they think they are, and they fucking legitimately, like MMA, some of them are. They're like, that's what they want to do. That's fine. But there are other ones that it's like for more casual, like me, right? I'm not fighting anyone. Not anymore, right? I love sparring and I love doing those things and rolling and doing all that shit. But yeah, I got a day job, bro. Right? As do you. We got day jobs. So we got to stick to those. All right. That's my 2025 goal list. Try and make yours. I've got mine listed right here on my handy dandy little iPad. Write some stuff down. It's simple. Just take 25 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want to do, and just write 10 things. And it doesn't matter. Nobody else will see it. That's the coolest part about you having a list. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to share it with anybody. You have to put it out on the internet like I'm doing. Things you can do. So with that, Happy New Year, you guys. I hope you have an awesome end of 2024. Be safe. Of course, if you're going out, be good. Don't get in trouble. Use that Uber bullshit. With that, we will catch you in 2025. Cheers, y'all.